Yeah, do you think the media is sexist in general to females in politics? Is sexism overhyped? Sexism is obviously very real. There's things that women have to deal with because they're women that men don't have to deal with. But it absolutely is overhyped. And it's anti-feminist the way she's being treated, actually. I think with these kid gloves in the media, and that debate with Bernie when he said, excuse me, let me don't interrupt me, let me finish. Everyone said, wow, he shushed her, that's so sexist. That's not sexist. The way that they said it, the way that, everyone was saying this, and the way that he said it was just so polite. And based on all these headlines, you think he would have just ran up to her and started screaming in her face. So if anything, I think the media is... It's trying to be not sexist so hard that it is sexist, because it's treating her with these kid gloves rather than just treating her like an actual human being politician who's a person like anybody else. But yeah, sexism is real, but not everything is sexism, and she's relying on the gender card so much. I don't, when she said you ran against Obama in 2008, what do you have that he doesn't have in a debate? The first thing that she said was, oh, well, first of all, I'm a woman. You ran against this dude. You think you would have more against him to say than that? You're just going to rely on your gender? That is such a pathetic thing to see as a woman who wants to be treated like a human being, to see that the first feminist candidate out there, or the first woman candidate out there who's calling herself a feminist, can't do that. All right, next question. Do you think millennial Bernie voters will actually vote for her now? I don't think so. I think it's absolutely foolish to assume that that all of the Bernie voters are going to go to Hillary. First of all, a lot of them, they hate the Wall Street the Wall Street connections, and she's more in bed with Wall Street than anybody. All right, giving the $675,000 for a speech. She said, "Oh well, that's just what they paid me." Yeah, because they love you so much. Nobody just gives you that kind of money for you to come and speak garbage about them. It's because they love her, they trust her, and the last person that they would want to vote for would be Hillary Clinton. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of those voters go to Trump, but then also a lot of them going to Gary Johnson, who agrees. Gary Johnson and Bernie agree on pretty much everything except economic issues. I'm seeing a lot of questions about whether or not she's going to be prosecuted. Will the FBI get this done before the election? I mean, no. They said, 75 years for what the Republicans want, which is obviously, in my opinion, BS. Because, all right, even if that were true, and that's how long it would take with current staffing, then you know what? Hire more people. The government certainly spends money on a lot of things that are less important than making sure that our potential next president is not a horrible criminal, right? I would think. But, obviously Obama just endorsed her mid-FBI investigation, which is kind of crazy. I don't see her getting prosecuted. I think the fact that she has been accused of these things and things that we already know about how she treated her own convenience, of the way she liked to check her email over our national security, proves that she's already should be disqualified. So, I don't understand the fact that she's under this investigation and he endorses her. That maybe shows that maybe it's a little bit, they're a little bit partial towards her. I don't see it happening, but it should, it doesn't help people trust her at all any more than it does now. Does Hillary know who wins on Game of Thrones? No, I see these questions. I don't I don't know about those. But it shouldn't matter. The media has been too kind to her. Way too kind to her, to the point where it's kind of pathetic, and she's not doing anything to she's the way that she laughs in the face of these serious investigations kind of shows that she knows that she's not gonna have to be held accountable for anything. And that's not what I want in a president. I want a president who, it's very important for them to be, to be held accountable. They say, okay, yeah, I want to follow the rules. Absolutely.